Well, hello. This is Mandy Arwen, podcasting from Edmonds, Washington. This is my very first Reading for the Month podcast, and this is for the month of April 2019. Now, this is a reading for us all, not one person in particular. I've invoked all of our guides and angels to send us these special messages for April. First, let's talk about our guides and angels for a minute. Each of us has spirit guides and angels who are assigned to work with us and teach us throughout our lifetime. If you would like specific information on spirit guides and angels, I suggest listening to my recent podcasts on them from March 2019. While we are each assigned guides and angels, you can call in more help at any moment, especially if you are working on a project. Spirit guides and angels are always happy to help us. By helping us, they are helping themselves evolve and grow. I know a wonderful psychic who calls her angels her posse of angels, and after learning that she called them her posse of angels, I wanted a name for the many divine helpers who are on my team as well. I struggled with coming up with a name for a while, once calling them my coterie, but it just wasn't affectionate enough. Finally, I decided upon referring to them as my beloveds with a capital B. This generates the true feeling I have about them. Let me tell you about my beloveds. I have guardian angels, Rachel, Joseph, and Teresa, my archangel family, Michael, Gabrielle, Uriel, Raphael, Jophiel, and Shamuel, my angels of abundance, my dragon guide, Elise, my spirit guides, which encompass my teacher guides, my master teacher guide, Jesus, my helper guides, my emotional and physical healer guides, Mother Mary, God, and my holy highest self, my soul. Then I have my beloved angels for projects. For instance, to name just a few, Rita, one of my writing angels, Jason, my organization angel, Samuel, my angel of excellence, and Nancy, my angel of productivity. For podcasts, I always invite Michelle, the angel for talk radio hosts, and James, the public speaking angel. These are my beloveds. For today's podcast, the April monthly reading, I invited my beloveds and all of your beloveds to guide me and send messages to all of us for the highest good of all. So let's get started. I am doing 3 spreads for April, 1 3-card spread and 2 5-card spreads. So there will be so much information. For our first reading, I am drawing cards for 3 positions: the gift position, the action position, and the result position. And here goes. Okay, first of all, I did not choose a topic for these spreads other than a general reading for everyone, and the 3-card spread headed right for love, specifically anyone seeking a man in their life. The gift card is the Emperor, a male presence, a strong male presence, ambition, financial security, and great achievement. The action card is the Lover's card. I sense that this message is about our choices regarding a love relationship, whether it be one we are in or one we are praying about having. Love relationships are a large arena where we experience personal growth and challenges. Our choice could be whether to become involved at all or strengthening our commitment to an existing relationship. It is a very positive card. The result card is the Page of Cups. There will be an emotional excitement, an announcement of love, engagement, marriage, or birth. So this is our first spread for April. And by the way, I am using my favorite tarot deck called the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. The pictures are drenched in beautiful colors. In fact, each card is a work of art. Interestingly, I just ordered a Lenormand deck from Amazon.com, and I believe it is also by Ciro Marchetti. I didn't even realize it until just now. Our second spread for the month of April is a 5-card spread I call the What Is spread. The Now card is the Ace of Swords, triumph, victories, and perfect clarity with a new beginning, a very powerful card. I have recently come to a new beginning myself. It seems like the fogs are finally lifting, and I can see more clearly what it is I am going to be doing. I was concerned with how to earn an income within the spiritual arts, how I was going to advertise, and how I was going to expand my business. But I have gotten word from the angels that my focus is not best served by trying to create money. My focus is best served by being a spiritual presence in the world, teaching, putting myself out there, doing what I feel most joyous about, using my creativity. That is the essence of the Ace of Swords, a new beginning with new clarity. The Recent Past card is the Sun. Recent past successes to your endeavors. We are in a stage where we have dreams and wishes that we want to come to pass. The Sun card assures us of success if we follow through and do our part. The Near Future card is the Page of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards. Some wish that we want fulfilled will finally come to pass, but only if you follow through and take action. Never sit around waiting for a wish to come true. Always do your part. In fact, God will put much more effort into answering your prayers if you do your part too. Write your wishes down and figure out what you can do to make them come to pass. Research the details. Cut out pictures of the wishes from Google Images and paste them onto paper to look at often. I call this a prayer collage. Make some calls. If you want a new car, go test drive one. If you want to renovate your home, go to some open houses to get ideas. Do something. Last year, I wanted 2 things, a car and to renovate my apartment. I prayed about it, but I didn't just pray about it. I took inspired action. For the car, I looked through Craigslist to see what kind of car I wanted. I priced the cars that I loved. I pasted pictures of the cars I loved onto paper to look at every day. I test drove a few of the cars I liked, and God made the final move to arrange the funding for the car. With regards to the renovation, I spent time going to open houses to see what kind of kitchen ideas I could get. I cut out photos of these great kitchens from the real estate brochures and pasted them onto paper to look at often. I spent time at Home Depot looking through their kitchen department and decor department, and I wound up with the most delightful chef's kitchen in my apartment. God took care of the details once I researched everything and came up with what I desired. You cannot just pray expecting God to jump. The Overlooking card, what we are overlooking and need to pay more attention to, is the 5 of Pentacles. This message is health or money worries. Well, stop worrying and start being grateful. Worrying is like praying for the worst to happen. Thank God instead. Thank Him for your health and financial security, even before you have it. Every time you find yourself worrying, stop and find some things to be grateful for. Then thank God for these things. Your difficulty will turn around. The Outcome card is the 6 of Cups, which means something from your past is going to resurface, like an old chum or a situation you have already dealt with previously. Have faith, stay calm, and it will fade. And now, a 5-card message spread. The message from all of our highest selves is the 8 of Swords. On the card, there is a beautiful woman, blindfolded, with her hands bound, and she is surrounded by swords which are not touching her. This is the message of self-sabotage. She can get free by grabbing one of those swords, but she is too afraid. You must have faith in God and the angels to come through for you. You have to trust that God has heard your prayers and is already acting on them. Trade your fears for faith and trust. The message from all of our angels is the Hermit card. This message urges you to take your light and wisdom out into the world. Speak up. Don't hold yourself back. It also speaks about introspection. Take time off each morning or evening to spend time with God. Develop an actual relationship with Him. I've been like the hermit for about 16 years. I spent all my time alone studying spiritual growth and learning how to become a psychic reader and spiritual teacher. But recently, for my new beginning, I have taken the message of the hermit to heart. I am taking my message out into the world now. I published my first book. I am doing podcasts. I am teaching spiritual classes. I am giving readings. I am expanding on everything I wanted to do to get these messages out. I also take the introspection message seriously. I spend a great deal of alone time praying, asking for divine guidance, meditating, connecting to my angels and guides, and even my highest self. I journal, and when I need extra help, I schedule a reading with a trusted spiritual teacher and psychic. Take the wisdom of the hermit seriously. The message to all of us from God, the Ace of Cups. A new beginning with euphoria. Expect great things to happen when you do your part. Also, the Magician came up. This card means you already have everything you need in order to create what you want. Use what resources you have to bring about your wishes come true. Don't look outside of yourself. Look within. I have also taken the wisdom of the Magician seriously. I had everything I needed in order to begin doing podcasting. The creativity, the divine inspiration, the computer, the wisdom, the quiet time, the signs from God and the angels, my son to help me with the computer program I use. The only thing I needed to obtain was the voice recorder. Everything else I needed was right here. The message from all of our guides is the 7 of Cups, another favorite card of mine. There is a gorgeous picture of 7 golden chalice cups, each with something coming out of them. One golden cup has a peaceful dove flying out. One has a plant growing in it. One has bubbles floating out. One has a rainbow. One has tiny little stars, which I interpret as miracles and blessings. One has fire, and the last one has a violet light shooting out of it. This card is wonderful. It indicates that we all have so many options and current potentials that it could become overwhelming. Count your blessings and follow your heart. I very recently had a fabulous reading with a woman named Candy. We were discussing my career, and she and her posse of angels suggested so many wonderful ideas that my head was spinning all day. That is the 7 of Cups. I took one of her ideas and ran with it, and that is why you are receiving this April monthly reading. Also from our guides is the World card. This card is the symbol of completion and a new beginning. An era or phase of our lives has ended, and now you get a whole new fresh start. This is a message of success. The last card is the action card, and it brings us the Fool. The Fool also stands for new beginnings, as well as unexpected opportunities. So that is a total of 4 new beginning cards, all for the month of April. Now an extra card flew out of the deck. Whenever a card flies out of your deck, pay close attention to its meaning. This is a special message for you from your guides and angels. The Tower card flew out. A great many people dislike this card because the picture is so negative and intense. It shows a tall, ominous tower being split by a bolt of lightning, a naked man falling to his death, and flashes of fire. But there is no reason to dread this card, which tells that all of us are having to let go of the old, outdated, limited beliefs and agendas in order to make room for these new beginnings to come in. If we let go, it should be an easier experience than if you cling to the old. Then God and the universe have to allow your metaphorical tower to crumble. So be vigilant and allow the old to fall away pleasantly. You'll move through the energy faster and more mercifully. The tower played a recent role in my life. I was holding on to the old theory that I would only be successful if I made more money. This was keeping me stuck in an old pattern that I didn't allow for my creativity to blossom. I went beyond my old pattern and decided to allow my creativity to come forth and put the spiritual arts first, not making more money. Now, for the first time in my life, I am doing these podcasts, readings, script writing, teaching, and generally making myself very, very happy. Well, that was our April reading of the month. Thank you to all of our beloveds for providing such amazing messages. I am a psychic intuitive, author, and spiritual teacher. If you would like to schedule a psychic reading with me, Mandy Arwen, you can call 425-245-7267. That's 425-245-7267. You can email me at spiritualwellbeing@aol.com. That's spiritualwellbeing@aol.com. If you are interested in purchasing my book, Golden Nuggets, Your Guide to Practical Spirituality, you can order it on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, BalboaPress.com, or go into the East West Bookshop in Seattle. And please do check out my website for a description of my services, prices, a description of my book, prayers for your use, spiritual book recommendations, talk radio show recommendations, and more. My website is www.spiritualwellbeing.net. That's www.spiritualwellbeing.net. This is Mandy Arwen, signing off from Edmonds, Washington. Thank you for listening, and be sure to tune in next month for the May monthly reading. Blessings to all.